Hi and welcome to this 38th episode of BarbaKnit Stories. My name is Linda and I'm talking to you from Reykjavik, Iceland. Last night I posted a whip episode where I went through all my projects and decided if I wanted to keep them and finish them at some point or if I was just gonna get rid of them. And there's only one project that I'm gonna rip out because I didn't like the pooling of the yarn. So, and I thought that I would sit down again today and record just like a regular podcast so that I would just sit here with you and talk about knitting. Sorry, I'm still battling that cold that has been bothering me for 3 weeks or something. It's getting better, but you know, I'm not 100%. So if I'm like coughing or you know, that's the reason. Okay, the first thing that I wanted to show you is my ranunculus. I finished this summer before I went to Blöndos to teach 2 classes at a knitting festival called Frill. I made this out of a linen cotton blend that I got in Garnigangi, which is a yarn store in Akureyri, up north. I was there in April with my mom. We were visiting my sister's kids who live there. And I went to the yarn store for a day and had a little introduction on my Minster cow pattern and helped people pick yarns and stuff for that. And I picked this yarn up there as well. And the minute I saw it, I knew that I wanted to make a ranunculus, like a light and airy ranunculus for summer. I'm gonna move a little bit so you can see it better. This is what it looks like. It's pretty loose. You can see like my body is here and it has a bit of positive ease. I wasn't quite sure about the yarn because if you've knit with linen, you probably know it's really, really rough when you're knitting with it. But the more that I've worn this and washed it, it's become super nice. I really, really enjoy this yarn and it's perfect for like this, like a little layover piece for summer. Especially if you have hot summers, which we really don't really have, except, you know, a few days here and there. But yeah, I don't have the name of the yarn. I talked about it in my last episode, but I will try to put the name of the yarn in the description box down below, and that's where you can find my contact info and social media and my Ko-fi account as well. I also I went and got my other ranunculus. When I was sick with COVID in August last year, I decided to pull out one skein of a beautiful yarn that I had and see how far it would get me. And I decided to make a ranunculus out of that. It's in this beautiful red, like deep burgundy red. This yarn is it's from the Uncommon Thread, and I think the color name is Desire or something like that. Very, you know. And I didn't make any sleeves. It's basically a ranunculus vest. And this one is quite more cropped, so I use it more like over dresses and stuff. You can see the color pretty well here. I really, really like this one as well. So yeah, now I have 2 of these. And I can absolutely understand why this pattern is so popular. It's simple and easy, knits up super fast, with this I used 5mm needles because I wanted to make it a little bit more fitted and as long as possible because I only had the one skein. And yeah, I think I finished this in like 2 days or something, and I was sick as well, so it was really, really fast. I'm gonna show you my latest pair of socks. And you have to apologize, I have been wearing these, so they are going in the wash later today. I have a big tub full of woolens that I need to wash, and I always wash my socks and my handmade items by hand. I don't put them in the washing machine, just not because I'm afraid that they would felt or something, but just washing them by hand is, I think, it makes them last longer, so that's what I do. So these are not, they have some animal hairs on them, but they look like this. These are for me. I love them very, very much. This yarn here is dyed by Sveina, who is one of the owners of the yarn store Garnigangi up north. This colorway is called Lilia. She dyed it on like a gray Arvetta by Filcolana and got this amazing green. I think it's beautiful. And then the peachy pink, it's actually showing up pretty nicely. It has a little bit of stellina in it. This is also an Icelandic dyer called Sistrabund. They make really, really fun neon colors and also some beautiful neutrals. And when I started these socks, I loved this color, but I only had 50 grams of it, so I knew that I would have to make up for it somehow, and I decided to do just some striping for the rest of the foot and the toe in a different color, just to make the yarn go as far as possible. And yeah, I really like this. This is basically my own adapted vanilla sock pattern. I cast on 60 stitches for my size of feet. I have a size 38 and my feet are very small. They're like skinny, like not very wide or thick or anything. They're more like duck feet. And I cast on 60 stitches. I do 15 rounds of 2x2 rib. I knit 60 rounds, because it's a sock, it's knit in the round. I knit 60 rounds, and for this I did my garter heel flap. There's a tutorial on my YouTube channel that I will link down below. And this is the heel that I taught Stephen to do, so he would get over his fear of socks, and he's now very happy. He's a very happy sock knitter, not afraid of socks anymore. And it's really simple. I always do a heel flap and gusset for my socks because I find that it fits my foot the best. And yeah, and then I knit in the round until I try my sock on, and if my knitting is just above the top of my smallest toe, then I start doing my toe decreases, and that's how I knit my socks. I really want to do like a from start to finish sock video. I need some equipment to do that. I'm trying to collect for like a tripod for my phone that can bend so that I can record from above. So that's something that I'm trying to do. I also have some other things that I wanna record and put on YouTube, like blending colors and picking colors for your project and stuff like that. So I have some ideas brewing in my mind. One more thing that I have finished, I think I showed you this in progress last time. This is the Dustland sweater by Stephen West. This is made out of Filcolana Peruvian Highland wool, Peruvian wool. I'll put the info down below. And I made this for my wife, Hjördís. This is what it looks like. She's been wearing this quite a lot. She loves this thing. I made the size large. And yeah, I knit it according to pattern. And I really enjoyed working with this yarn. It holds up pretty nicely. It's pilling a little bit, but nothing, it's not horrible. And I mean, wool, it pills. It's just in the nature of wool. But we just pick it out, and I don't have like a cleaner or anything like that. Maybe I should invest in something like that, but I usually just pick it out by hand. And after a while it stops pilling. So yeah, that's another finished object. And my biggest finished object is the rainbow Scrappy blanket that I was working on last time. This is 2.2 kilos of yarn. It's ridiculous, it's so big. But this is loved by every member of our family. We all adore this thing. I had 180 grams of each color family, so red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And then I had the equal amount of a neutral yarn that I held. And I held 2 strands together, one in a neutral and one in the each color family. And I faded it from like the yellows and reds to the oranges. Oh, this is gonna be a pain to show you. To the oranges, to the yellows, to the greens and blues and purple. It's so big, it's very, very hard to show you. It's 180 times 180 centimeters. So it's almost 2 meters by 2 meters. It's really, really big. And I knit it corner to corner. So this is my cast on. And my cast off is the purple. Here. So this is a very, very simple construction. It's Grandma's favorite disc cloth. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. You basically cast on 4 stitches. You knit 2, yarn over, and knit to end. Knit 2, yarn over, knit to end. And you just keep going. And in my case, because I had like a specific amount of yarn, I knit until I had half of it done. And then I started decreasing. So I knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, knit to end. Knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, knit to end. Until I had 4 stitches left, and then I bound off. Extremely simple. And yeah, I loved working on this thing, even though it's like massive. It was the perfect TV knitting, and I just think it's so beautiful. I really, really love this. And I'm always collecting yarn for Scrappy blankets because they bring me so much joy. Wait. Okay, sorry. There was some notification bothering me on my phone. And yeah, I think that's all my finished objects for now. I have been working quite a lot on the Mystery Knit Along. I'm not 100% done. The pattern is written and everything, and 2 of our test knitters are completely done. But I am not completely done. I'm almost there. After I finish this recording and stuff, I am going to work on it a little bit more today. I want to get at least 1 more section done. I'm going to show you 2 things that I've been working on. One is a pair of socks. I have 1 of them done, and this is the same pattern as I do for all my socks. It was my birthday in August, and our kids went to Little Prjónabúðin and picked up 2 skeins of yarn to give me, and they both picked sock yarns because they know how much I love knitting socks. And Enok, who is almost 6 now, he's 5, he's turning 6 in February, he picked this skein of Opal yarn. And this is what it looks like when it's knit up. And I used some red Mominoki leftovers for the heel, toe, and cuff. And this also has my garter, heel, flap, and gusset. My plan is to knit myself a pair of socks and then knit Enok a pair from the leftovers. And Aiko, she is 10. She will be 10 in November. She also picked a skein. And I have the same plan with that. I want to make myself a pair and then do a matching pair for her as well. They don't know about this plan, so it's gonna be like a little surprise for them. Oh, I should get the skein that Aiko picked. I need to get it. Hang on. Okay, this is the skein that Aiko picked for me. Definitely my colors. This yarn is called Lazy Lion, hand-dyed super soft sock yarn from South African Merino. This is the label. Is there a colorway? 001, it doesn't have a name. 75% wool and 25% nylon. I can't wait to knit this up. I think it's gonna be beautiful. Okay. The other project, if you watched my whip episode yesterday, you saw this. This is the no frill sweater. I have 2 no frills sweaters in my wardrobe. I reach for them all the time. I like the fit of them, I like the fabric, and yeah, it's just something that I really enjoy wearing and goes with a lot of things like jeans and dresses and skirts and all kinds of stuff. It's basically a, you know, it's just really cozy. And I wanted another one, so I just cast on another one. Doesn't look like much at the moment. I'm still working on the raglan increases, but look at this yarn. It's absolutely glowing. It looks like strings of gold going through it. Look. I think it's absolutely amazing. Oh, I cannot wait to wear this. I only have, I think I have like 8 increase rows to go, and then I can split the body and the sleeves. This pattern is by HipHipBarbaKnit, by the way. And the yarn that I'm using is Frill Arvetta Classic in the color 352. I bought this for another project that I then decided not to do. And then when I was in Edinburgh at the Edinburgh Yarn Festival in 2019, the booth next to us was La Bien-Aimée Temptations, and I picked up this mohair. This is the thing that's making this project glow. And this is La Bien-Aimée mohair silk in the colorway caramel. It's just such a good match. So yeah, I am very, very happy with this, and I needed just like a like a no-brainer, something that I can knit on while taking breaks from the Mystery Knit Along. The Mystery Knit Along is not like, it's not like super complicated, but like when you're test knitting and you want to make sure that everything is 100% correct, I need to focus quite a lot on what I'm doing. So I take breaks here and there, just, you know, for some mindless knitting. Okay, I think that's everything. Yes, I'm gonna take a little break. I have something to drink because my my throat is really dry, and then I have some questions from you guys that I wanted to answer. So I'll be back in a bit.